Obsessive compulsive disorder, OCD, and obsessive compulsive personality disorder sound the same, but that is pretty much where the similarities end. In this video, we shall define both conditions, explain the differences, and get to the topic of treatment. My name is Joseph. I'm a psychiatrist, study psychiatry. We provide telehealth mental health services across Western Australia. So let's get into the topic. OCD versus OCPD. OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder, is an anxiety disorder. It is classified as one, whereas OCPD, so obsessive compulsive personality disorder, as the name suggests, is a personality disorder. So let's now try to define the two terms. OCD is the presence of recurrent obsessions and compulsions that interfere with the person's ability to function. Obsessions are ongoing, irrational thoughts that just won't go away. Obsessions include extreme worries about having left the door open, superstitions about unlucky numbers, or the extreme fear of dirt and germs, to name some. Compulsions are what people do to push these obsessions, which are becoming too much for them, away. Sometimes compulsions could be constant cleaning, hand washing, ritualistic behavior, or checking. OCD can affect you in childhood, adolescence, and in adulthood. About 2% of people will experience OCD at some point in their lives. OCPD is a completely different mental health condition. These individuals don't have obsessions or compulsions, but rather a strict, wide-ranging, and somewhat irrational adherence to order. People with OCPD have excessive need for perfection and control. They tend to be preoccupied with rules and lists and show a strict devotion to some aspect of their lives. They demonstrate little flexibility, particularly around moral and ethical values. There are 4 key distinguishing features that help us separate between OCD and OCPD. OCD is defined as irrational obsessions and compulsions, whilst OCPD, there are no obsessions or compulsions. Rather, it is the strict and seemingly unshakable adherence to principles and setting standards. People with OCD are distressed by their obsessions and compulsions, often seeking help for them, whilst people with OCPD believe that their thoughts or ensuing behaviors are generally correct and tend to be less likely to seek assistance. The symptoms of OCD change with the severity of the anxiety. Also, what might be during adolescence obsessive thoughts around security and checking of doors, whether they're locked, could later on in life be concerns around, say for example, safety whilst driving. This is different from OCPD, where the thought pattern, ways of operating remain consistent, often for many, many years. There are marked different treatments for both conditions, which is expected given the very different nature. The cornerstone of treatment for OCD is covered with behavioral therapy. A frequently used mode of therapy is that of exposure and response prevention, in which the person is exposed to the situation they are trying to avoid, and with the guidance of a therapist, learn ways to cope rather than to try and eliminate the anxiety using a compensatory compulsive behavior. This form of therapy aims to reduce a person's sensitivity to the feared idea or object over time and to equip them with the skills to do so. There's also a role for medication, antidepressants, for those who don't experience significant symptom reduction with therapy. In general, treatment for OCPD is similar to that of other personality disorders. Psychodynamic therapy and cognitive behavioral therapy are used. There is often very limited role for medication, if at all, when it comes to the treatment of OCPD. Thank you for watching this video. It is the first of our series of videos on anxiety. The next one is on hypochondria. Thank you for watching.